There's a lot of church things that we say and do, and we don't really know how to walk it out. How do I know how to go to church? I know how to say this stuff, but how do I apply it in my everyday life? I was thinking about one of my favorite scriptures, Mark 9:23, which says, all things are possible to them that believe. But I want to highlight Mark 24. This is my faith walk for the day. Where there was a young boy, a young father who wanted his son to be healed. And he believed, but his scripture said, immediately the boy's father exclaimed, I do believe, but help me overcome my unbelief. My theory was he had sick faith. His faith had a cold. His faith needed some medicine. His faith needed something. And I think a lot of people now have sick faith. Like, you go to church, you love Jesus, but you don't really trust completely. You still kind of exist in a place of doubt, kind of pessimistic, kind of always thinking about well, if it doesn't work, or just in case. And in my opinion, those are things that are a reflection of sick faith, because if you believe, you just believe. God does impossible. God does miracles. So there's no need to talk about what God can do and then follow it up by, but it don't always happen, or but this, or but that. If you're going to believe, just believe. Now, God in his sovereignty allows certain things and doesn't allow certain things. We understand that. But don't ever let your faith suffer because life happens. Just because life happens, it doesn't mean your faith has to be weak. If you lose a loved one, or a relationship doesn't go the way you wanted, or you lose a job, your faith shouldn't fail because life happens. Listen, good things happen to bad people. I can't explain it. Bad things have happened to me, but I still trust God. When I get to those points, I say, Lord, help my unbelief, because I want to trust you fully. I want to have everything that God has for me. I don't want sick faith. I don't want wounded faith. I don't want faith with a bandana wrapped around it because I'm bleeding, because I've experienced something that wounded me so bad. I love God, but I hate his people. I love God, but I hate church. I love God, but I'll never live. That's sick faith. And God can heal it and restore it if you learn to trust in him. Get your faith out of people and put your trust and faith in God, and understand that the world is what it is, and things will not always go exactly the way you want them to. But God is sovereign. Just in the case of Job in the Bible said he did nothing wrong. Still, he lost everything because the devil said the only reason he's serving God is because he got everything together. Do you only love God when everything is together? Or when things are going bad, do you still have faith, strong faith, resilient faith, joyful faith that allows you to hold on to God even when things get rough? I don't want you to have sick faith. I want your faith to be healthy and whole. So make sure you get in the Word and find out that, yes, God knows sometimes we doubt. He knows. That's why the scripture is there for people just like you. Help my unbelief. That's my prayer for you. God, I pray that you help their unbelief so they trust you fully and completely. No doubt, not wavering, not wondering, just knowing that God is able, that he can and he will, and he does, and he has. So give him praise, glory, and honor for it. That's my faith walk for today, ladies and gentlemen.